Hello everybody, I hope you're all doing well. On today's episode, I'm going to be dealing with parsley. The scientific name for parsley is Petrosillium crispus, and that means petros, rock, psyllion, celery. So it's celery from the rocks. Now, parsley, which is believed to have originated in the eastern part of the Mediterranean, Sardinia, parts of Cyprus, Lebanon, that sort of thing, is very, very good for you. It has vitamin K, which helps with blood clotting. It's a good source of vitamin C, some minerals, and it helps you with kidney function. It's a diuretic. Now, today, I'm going to be making two Mediterranean recipes. One is a fresh salad. You don't have to cook anything. Just have to chop it up and mix it, known as tabbouleh. And I'm also going to make a condiment with parsley, known as Gremolata, which is essentially lemon zest, parsley, and garlic. Amplifies the flavor of all sorts of foods that you have. Can be used in a wide variety of applications. Both of them are really good, and if you have an abundance of parsley in your garden or you happen to have a lot of it on hand, here's a couple of ideas of what you can do. It's tasty, it's good for you. Let's check it out. And on today's episode, we're going to make some tabbouleh. Now first, I'm going to go into the garden and pick some parsley. Quite a bit of it. 2 cups worth, or about 120 grams worth. It's nice and fresh, great flavor, great smell. We're also going to need 150 grams of tomatoes, 100 grams of cucumber, half a lemon, some mint, some green onions, and about a 1/4 cup of bulgur. First, we wash our parsley in cold water. This removes the dirt, any debris, keeps it clean. Next, we dry the parsley. This is very important. When you're chopping it up, you need it nice and dry. The next step is to remove the leaves and the soft stems from the main stalk. It's time consuming, but I'll do it really quickly for you. When you're done that, take the harder stems and use them for a soup stock or put them in your compost. Then you chop up your stems and leaves until they look like this. Now we're going to chop up our parsley fairly finely. The important thing is you have to make sure that it's dry. If the parsley were wet, you'll wind up bruising it and smushing it, and you don't want that. Next, we're going to put our bulgur into a nice bowl, and then we're going to cover it with some cold water and let it soak for about 10 minutes. This allows it to soften up. While the bulgur is softening, we're going to chop up our mint and green onion. So cut it about the same size as the parsley. And then we're also going to chop up our tomato. About the same size. Just make sure you retain as much of the juice as you can. This is very important. We're also going to peel and dice our cucumbers. So as always, cut in half, cut along the length, then cut along the width. So after the 10 minutes, we're going to strain off all the excess water from the bulgur. Then we're going to put it into a nice clean bowl. And what we're going to do now is we're going to let it absorb some more flavor. We're going to add the juice of half a lemon, pour it in there. And we're also going to add our chopped up tomatoes with all the juice. Now this is going to add a nice tangy flavor to the bulgur, and it will absorb into it. So we just leave it sit for 30 minutes after we mix it. And once the 30 minutes are up, we add our chopped up mint and green onion, and all our diced cucumbers, and all that chopped up parsley that we just made earlier. And we're also going to add some olive oil, about 120 mils worth, just to make sure everything is nice and well lubricated. And then we're going to season it with a bit of cumin, about 3 grams worth, some salt, about 1 gram's worth, and some black pepper to taste. Now that all the ingredients are in there, we just grab a wooden spoon and mix it all together, and your tabbouleh is done. Now traditionally this is eaten with a lettuce leaf, so clean off a nice leaf, use it as a wrap, and eat your tabbouleh. It's really wonderful, nutritional, and good for you. And now for the gremolata. Very simple. We just get 120 grams of parsley, which we're going to put in a small food processor. And then we're also going to need something else, namely garlic, 1 clove's worth. And then we're also going to need the zest of half a lemon. This is where all the flavor resides, so we put that in there as well, and the juice of half of a lemon as well. Now we buzz this all together. You can add a little bit of olive oil, but not too much. You should get a paste like this. Adds a wonderful flavor to a sandwich, livens it up, or you can put it in a braise like this lamb stew or an ossobuco. Just elevate the flavor. Enjoy your parsley, people. Cheers.